The steel-grey skies of Sheffield hung low over the Don Valley as a deafening roar echoed off the hills. It wasn't a bus or a tram or even the Steel City skimmer that was still out of commission. This was the Owlcraft, a standby military hovercraft skimming 6 inches above the tarmac on the A61. At the helm sat R.A. Waddilove, gripping the controls with his usual white-knuckled intensity. In the passenger seat, Mel Sterland adjusted his trench coat, his knees aching from years of thumping crosses into the box. "Keep her steady, Wadders," Mel barked over the engine's whine. "Meadowhall is going to be a war zone." The situation was dire. Police Commissioner Dane Whitehouse had called Mel that morning, his voice dripping with reluctant desperation. "Sterland, the whole force is at a diversity and inclusion seminar in Mansfield. We're skeleton-staffed. We've got a VIP target at the shopping centre, and I need a professional. Don't let me down." Mel could sense that Whitehouse was especially tense, but he had good reason to be. The target was none other than Steve Coote, the Darts Supremo, the man they called the Human Magnet. Steve needed some new slacks from Marks & Spencer, but his legendary charisma was a public safety hazard. Word had leaked on Facebook. Coote was in Meadowhall. As the hovercraft hissed to a halt outside the Oasis dining quarter, Mel's team was waiting. Imre Varadi was checking the perimeter, scouring every entrance for signs of the swathes of women who he knew were about to descend, his pace as frantic as his playing days. Lee Chapman stood perfectly still, looking at a blueprint of the shopping centre. "Strategic analysis, Chappie?" Mel asked, leaping slightly stiffly from the hovercraft. "It's a pincer movement, Mel," Chapman said, pointing at the upper mall. "We have roughly 1,000 women converging from the direction of the Disney store. If they breach the food court, then Coote is a goner. They'll tear his shirt off before he even sees a pair of pleated chinos." "Imre, where is he now?" Mel shouted. "He's in the changing rooms," Varadi yelled, dodging a group of bridesmaids sprinting toward the entrance. "But he's been in there over 20 minutes. I think he must be checking his reflection. Mel, he's just too goddamn handsome for his own good." Suddenly, the glass doors of Meadowhall shuddered. A wave of Sheffield's female population, from steel mill veterans to university students, descended, chanting Coote's name. "Wadders, keep the engines running," Mel commanded. "Imre, use your pace. Get to M&S and tell Steve to stop preening himself. We're leaving now. Chappie, find me a route that avoids the perfume counters. A few squirts and the scent trails will only lead the ladies straight to Steve." Mel sweatily pushed through the crowds, his broad shoulders acting as a human shield. He spotted Whitehouse watching from a balcony, looking disgusted. Mel gave him a 2-fingered salute and kept moving. He reached the slacks department just as Steve Coote emerged, looking radiant in a pair of charcoal grey trousers. A group of 30 women had already bypassed security and were closing in, pens ready for autographs on skin. "Steve, into the hovercraft!" Mel roared. "Oh, Mel, do we have to go so soon? I haven't seen the thong selection yet," Coote replied, with a twinkle in his eye that made a passing shop assistant faint instantly. "No time," Chapman appeared from behind a mannequin. "Mel, the tactical exit is through the service lift to the roof. We can drop the hovercraft onto the canal and escape via the waterway." It was a frantic dash. Varadi led the sprint, clearing a path through a crowd of frantic fans near the Apple store. Mel played the sweeper role, blocking the corridors with clothes rails to slow the pursuit. They reached the roof just as the first wave of cooties burst through the fire exit. "Jump!" Mel yelled. They tumbled into the hovercraft's padded cabin. Waddilove gunned the engine, and the craft drifted over the railing, hovering precariously before sliding down the embankment and onto the Sheffield Canal with a massive splash. As they sped away toward Attercliffe, Steve Coote smoothed his new slacks. "They're a bit core blimey round the arse, Mel, but a successful purchase nonetheless." Mel Sterland leaned back, lighting a celebratory cigar. "Just another day on the job, Steve. Just please try not to distract the driver with your charm and charisma. Wadders has a job to do."
If you've been affected by the sexiness of this Sterland file, why not calm down with a cold shower and have a word with yourself?